All right, welcome back. We continue talking about the Penguins right now as they begin 2018. They're not in the playoffs as of the moment, but there's still a lot of hockey left. That's what we've said before, and they've been able to overcome it. But, Tim Benz, can they do it now with this current team, the way it is put together, and what do they need to do to change it?
Well, they need a big move of some sort. I just don't know what it is as of yet, unless people are willing to see one of the major core components go. They're just about the same point as they were 2 years ago when they fired Mike Johnston for Mike Sullivan. They're not going to make a coaching change this time. We know that. Also, when it comes to a big trade, people are saying, well, just do what they did the year that they got Paul Coffey and Mark Recchi out and they got Shel Samuelson, Rick Tocchet, and Ken Reagan in. Make a move like that. Okay, well, then who's the Paul Coffey or Mark Recchi you're willing to get rid of? Gino, Sid, Letang, Murray, Phil Kessel? One of those guys is going to have to go. You can't just tweak and give away people that you think are marginal, expect major return to come. It can't always be this notion of get rid of who we're convenient to let go of and expect a major return. That's not going to fall in their laps.
I mean, if anybody deserves the benefit of the doubt in this situation, it is the Penguins. However, what we're seeing is you can't just replace guys like Bonino and Cullen and all these other people. Good Lord. My God. Kunitz, Daly. You just can't do it. You just don't find guys off the street. Riley Sheehan, I'm sorry, is not as good as Bonino in this role. There is no Matt Cullen on this roster. There is no dad to kind of get everybody together. This is how the business works. You're not supposed to win 2 in a row or 3 in a row in the salary cap era. This is a correction. They deserve the benefit of the doubt. Will they make the playoffs? But look, I don't see the spark right now that you're going to need to kind of go deep. I don't see that right now.
I don't. This team, as constituted right now, I think all 4 of us and everybody else can agree, is not good enough to win the Stanley Cup for the 3rd time in a row. It's just not. They're not going to win in the playoffs. They could make the playoffs if they didn't make another move, but they are not going to, go far in the playoffs as they're currently constituted. I think the problem they have is very much what Tim said. I don't see enough pieces that they have to trade to make these big moves to really address all the issues they have to significantly make this roster that much better, this team that much better. So then it becomes, can you just have a magical run by your stars in the playoffs and because you have more top-end talent than most teams, win enough games to win the Cup? And yeah. I think that's
they played, 200 and some games in the last 2 calendar years? I mean, that's a lot of hockey.
Yeah, but you know what? They played a lot of hockey in 91 and 92, and they were really good in the regular season in 93 until they lost in the 2nd round of the playoffs. So I don't buy that quite as much. It's
a different era, though. I mean, it's a different era, right?
It wasn't hard to play in those years in the 90s? It wasn't hard hitting in the playoffs?
You could just pay guys whoever they wanted. They would have opened the checkbook and signed everybody they could. This is not the same. There are certain financial realities that you have to deal with.
That's finances. That's not fatigue.
Yeah, he's talking about the fatigue. You guys are
all right. Let me ask you this real quick, short on time here. But if you had, I would advocate keeping the core together and just saying if it's not going to happen this year, like Will said, this is somewhat of a correction. I can understand it. But if you had to choose one member of the core, Will, to trade, who would it be?
I don't know if there's anybody that you can trade that's going to make unless you're trying to send a massive message. I mean, I think if you ship Letang, who has not been good, he has not been good all year. I mean, we can say that now, right? We're 40 games in. But this guy's meant so much to this franchise. I mean, I guess if you can trade Flower, but you can trade Flower because you have Matt Murray. I mean, is Justin Schultz the next guy that's going to be here for 10 years? I don't think so. So I really don't know, to be honest with you. And I'm sure Jim Rutherford's asking himself the same questions right now.
10 years? No, but they did sign him to a contract, and they were hoping to have him be as good as he was last year, and through injury he has not been able to be. I think the answer is Chris Letang is part of a 3-way deal. You send Chris Letang somewhere that really needs a defenseman. The 3rd team sends you back one of their very good defensemen that could be almost as good, if not better, than Schultz, so you have something to cushion the blow of Letang leaving. Because you don't have Daly either, as we pointed out.
I think the problem with trading Letang, he's got a contract, he's got an injury history. I don't know if you're going to be able to get back what you should when you trade a guy like him, especially when he's not playing well. So you're basically selling low on him. Like I said, I don't see a piece that makes sense that's going to bring back this return that they absolutely need. Obviously, Ian Cole he's going to bring back. I mean, unless you're willing to, do something creative like trade a Phil Kessel, I think that this team is about what it's going to be at the end of the year.
And he's been more consistent than the other major point producers this year.
Yeah. Who knows? It depends on what happens here. They're still close enough in the Metropolitan Division. They're behind a lot of teams, but the point separation is not all that big at this point. We're going to take a break. When we come back, hey, tomorrow it's a big day because we have the college football national semifinals. We'll talk about it next right here on the #1 Cochran Sports Show.